Hello everyone, it's me, LBT Electric Dino 75 once again, and we have finally made it to the very last day of June. The Jurassic June, June 30th, 2022. Yep, this is finally it. Yep.
Yep.
And I hope you're all doing good, and yeah. And I hope you enjoy my reaction of both Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 5 and Lila Crocodile, and
so on and so forth.
I apologize for that. It wasn't actually a live stream. It was actually a reaction video, so I apologize for that. And today's ranking is going to be on the Jurassic Franchise ranking. From Jurassic Park, from the books, to Jurassic World, all of it. Yep, these movies and franchise decided to put themselves right beneath their feet. This is going to be a big one, and a perfect way to end the Jurassic June. Welcome to the final days of Jurassic June in the year 2022. As much as I'm going to rank all of them, see which ones I like, which ones I thought are alright, which ones I hate, and
so on and so forth.
Those are the tier list rankings that I decided to translate into their own categories. From amazing, great, okay, mediocre, bad, not seen in red, but hey, it's worth a shot. And so without further ado, let the tier list ranking command.
You guys ready? You know it.
Ready.
First on our ranking is going to be Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3. It's going to be on okay sections, and honestly, as a kid, I really enjoyed Jurassic Park 3 because of the dinosaur action and the soundtrack and all the others, but looking at it now, I don't like Jurassic Park 3 as much as I used to back as a kid, but I can understand why some people generally have mixed feelings about the movie, or some people somewhat despise it, but I don't hate Jurassic Park 3. I just find the movie kind of okay in the slightest. But, yeah, it's not the worst in the franchise. And I think Jurassic Park 3 was okay. Not terrible, not great, but just okay. And I'll admit that there's some kind of dino action, like the Spinosaurus versus Tyrannosaurus, the raptors having colorations and starting to have feathers, and not to mention with the soundtrack, with the John Williams soundtrack, which is from the first Jurassic Park movie, and I could totally understand that, and not to mention, they added a lot of new dinosaurs, especially with the Spinosaurus and the others, and Jurassic Park 3, it's pretty cool for what they do here, but as a movie by itself, I think I might give this another chance if it truly deserves it. And then there's The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Something has survived. It's pretty underrated, and The Lost World, Jurassic Park, yeah, I like that movie. And I hate to say this, but I think I enjoy this more than Jurassic Park 3. But that's just me, though, so Great tier for Lost World.
Now this is the bright side.
And I kind of like that reference where the nostalgia critic pulls out the joke in the Lost World, and I think I kind of enjoy his joke in the Lost World.
Hey, you know what, Mr. Spielberg? Before you even knew what you had, you patented it, you packaged it, you slapped on the plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. Well, Lost World.
But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the actual movie itself and Lost World Jurassic Park. I still enjoy it as much as I used to, but I don't enjoy it nearly as much, but for what it is, I think I find it somewhat great and pretty underrated for its time. And then there's Jurassic Park, the 1993 dino-sized classic that started its legacy. Long before Jurassic World came into place, and Jurassic Park is an absolute dino-sized classic. I absolutely liked Jurassic Park. Even though that I like Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but I'll admit that the classic film does have a lot of charm and a lot of respect to it. And I gotta give credit what credit is due. And this is the movie that started its CGI legacy, Jurassic Park. Yeah, Jurassic Park. It's a good dinosaur movie for a lot of reasons. It gets an amazing Jurassic Park. Yeah, I like Jurassic Park. That movie was amazing, and so Jurassic Park, pretty cool, pretty nostalgic, and it still holds up after a few years. And then there's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I surprisingly like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it, but to me, it's one of the best Jurassic films ever since the first Jurassic World movie, and not to mention the first Jurassic Park movie. Yeah, J.A. Bayona has done a perfect job with this. I think he's getting way too much hate, but this movie has a lot of cool moments and some suspense. The soundtrack looks amazing, and not to mention they added the new dinosaurs as we promised, like the Carnotaurus, Baryonyx, and Stygimoloch, as well as Sinoceratops. Yeah, I'll admit, there are some scenes that could be pretty distracting throughout the movie, like the human clone girl thing, and some business guy tried to sell off dinosaurs, and some things could have worked a lot a bit, but this movie is one of my most favorite Jurassic films, and I hate to say this, it's one of my favorite Jurassic Park films of all time. I even grew up watching it back in the theater, and I remember watching this like 8 times in a row. 8 times in a row. Like, seriously. So, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, yeah, it may not be as good as the first Jurassic World movie, but I'll admit that it has better animatronics and a better storyline than Jurassic World ever did. So, why am I doing this? You'll find out for sure. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, you get the great next to the Lost World. And Lost World's not alone at this. So, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom gets the great tier. And then there's Jurassic World. Now that's a real dino classic that I'm talking about. Jurassic World. Yeah, I remember seeing this movie as a kid, and it was pretty nostalgic and pretty awesome back then. And yeah, Jurassic World, and I'm surprised a lot of people actually enjoy Jurassic World. And I'm one of those people that enjoyed it and call it the best in the franchise, and it really is. Jurassic World, in my opinion, is easily the best films in the Jurassic franchise. I mean, and it's the true resurrection of the franchise from a few years after Jurassic Park. Because Jurassic Park 3 and The Lost World are not alone at being standalone movies, but Jurassic World is the true legacy, and the true legacy of the franchise. So Jurassic World, I hate to say this, but I think I might switch places for both Jurassic Park and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So, Jurassic World on the amazing category. Yeah. And I hate to say this, but it's one of my favorite Jurassic Park films growing up, and I still enjoy it, and still to this day, it's one of my favorite films growing up. And can't wait to rewatch this movie again, over and over again, until the day I die. So Jurassic World is the movie that started the franchise back on its own 2 feet. And there is Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park book. Yep, Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. Yep, the 25th anniversary edition. So, I heard plenty of stuff on it about Clayton Feardy's video, and for some reason, I think I enjoyed it pretty cool in my opinion. For what it is, I think I've heard a lot of good things about it ever since Clayton Feardy made those videos, and yeah, so Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, it gets amazing. Next to these movies, both Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, I feel kind of sad that Michael Crichton died in 2008. For that, rest in peace, Michael Crichton. Rest in peace. And then there's Michael Crichton's Lost World. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything about it, but for what I've heard, it's pretty well received by Clayton and his fans. So, if you want to go into more detail why The Lost World is pretty underrated, I suggest going into Clayton Feardy's video, seeing how good his Lost World theories are, and Clayton Feardy must have done a good job analyzing the plot, the story, and the characters, and most likely, the dinosaurs. So if you want to go more detail, I suggest going to Clayton Feardy's video. So, yeah, there you have it. And then there's Camp Cretaceous Season 1. Yeah, my all-time favorite Jurassic series, ever since Fallen Kingdom, ever since Jurassic Park, and ever since Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World movie from 2015, and this is a series that started its own legacy of Jurassic Franchise.
Just improved.
Camp Cretaceous Season 1, it's going on amazing, and for a lot of reasons, and Camp Cretaceous Season 1 is going on amazing. Yep. And that's the only good Jurassic series that is on an amazing tier. The rest are pretty good in my opinion, except for Season 4, which I'll get into that later on. So, and then there's Battle at Big Rock. Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock. Yeah, it's going on. It's going on great, and yeah, I hate to say this, but I think I might put it next to The Lost World, in between both the movie and the book. And I enjoy Battle at Big Rock quite a bit, but not as good as both Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But from what I heard, I think it's a pretty good Jurassic short film from Colin Trevorrow. But I'll admit that it would have been so much better if they make it like, a bit longer or something like that, or make it like extended version where the dinosaurs show up one scene and that'll be it. And so Battle at Big Rock, I put it on great for a couple of reasons. And so Battle at Big Rock, I can't wait to rewatch it over and over again, along with the other Jurassic franchise, especially how they follow up with Jurassic World. And then there's Camp Cretaceous Season 2, and not as good as the original Camp Cretaceous Season 1, but I heard that it has a lot of cool things in it. So, Camp Cretaceous Season 2, it's going on great. So great. And I heard that it managed to do different things, except for the fact that it's being like both The Lost World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but much more in a kid version way. So, that's why I put it in at the ending version of great. And I can understand why. And then there's Camp Cretaceous Season 3. And yeah, it's going on great.
Let's get this party started.
And yeah, I'm going to put this next to season 2 because I enjoy this more than season 2 in my opinion. I enjoy this more than season 2 in my opinion because season 2 does have a lot of different storyline, but season 3 there's a lot more, and yeah, and I can understand why a lot of people enjoy this as much as they did with season 1 and Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. I could definitely understand why. Well, my old nemesis.
After 16 long years, we meet again at last. And I'm going to drag you through the mud like there is no tomorrow.
Also known as Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and Jurassic World Dominion.
Okay, you're trash.
My arch enemies have finally arrived. Camp Cretaceous Season 4, that's another Jurassic series that I really don't like. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4, that's the only Jurassic series that I generally dislike, along with Jurassic World Dominion. So, yeah, for a couple of reasons, Camp Cretaceous Season 4, I hate to say this, but I'm putting you on bad tier.
This is crap!
Yeah, it is that ridiculous and not all that enjoyable in my opinion. And yeah, Jurassic World Dominion, don't get me started putting on my hatred, because if you haven't seen my review of Jurassic World Dominion, I'll put a link so you can understand my real thoughts. And it's going on mediocre. I don't hate Jurassic World Dominion as much as I did with Season 4 of Camp Cretaceous, but for what I'm heard, it truly is a dino-sized letdown for me, because both this and Camp Cretaceous Season 4 massively disappointed me, and both series does have the potential of what made the previous franchises so good. But because of bad story, animation wasted, and dino characters barely offer any screen time, they are both dino-sized letdowns and pretty much disappointing things in the franchise. While Camp Cretaceous Season 4 is the worst in the franchise, Jurassic World Dominion is easily my least favorite Jurassic movies in the franchise. And you can understand why, for a lot of reasons. And there you have it. And that's just my ranking of the Jurassic franchise from worst to best. And I hope you all enjoy this video, and please sure like and subscribe, and yeah, this is finally it. And the final day of Jurassic June has finally arrived. June 30th with 2022, and not to mention, Minions 2 is on its way, starting tomorrow in the 1st of July, which that's going to be very interesting. And yeah, as Ian Malcolm says, life finds a way. I hope you all enjoy, and LBT here. See you guys next time, and the final days of Jurassic June in 2022 is coming to its end. And welcome to Jurassic World.
These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're going to be here after.